So for open division, every year your points restart. So you start off with 0 points, unlike the other divisions where your points carry over. So starting off with 0 points, everyone in the division is just kind of like fighting to just rack up as many points as they can. So this season didn't start out the best for me. I just was like really inconsistent and just like wasn't getting as many points as I had wished, and it just wasn't going well. And then at one point it just all started to like switch, and I just really like kicked into gear, and it was just like getting all the points that I needed. And so at the end of the season I became like a real top competitor for the Cashionne Cup, and I ended up qualifying for my individual jumping, getting 28 points, and I was 1 point away from my flat, which, I mean, it got me pretty close, but it's okay. And then I qualified for regionals, became the Cashionne Cup rider, which is a huge accomplishment for me. So the Cashionne, they take the high point rider from each region with the highest number of points in both jumping and flat combined. So they take that rider straight to zones where they compete against the 4 other Cashionne Cup qualifiers. And at zones, the top 3 people move on to nationals. So qualifying for the Cashionne Cup to go to zones is a huge accomplishment for me. I was reserve high point rider last year, so I was almost there. So getting it this year is a huge accomplishment for me. I'm super excited about it and honored, because all year I show against super competitive girls. They're all super good. So I think that it's a huge accomplishment. So for zones, I'm competing in open fences for the team, and I'll be showing alongside Caitlin, who is open flat. And all year Caitlin and I have kind of shown with each other through open, so we've kind of had each other's backs through the whole season. So I'm really excited to watch her be able to compete in open flat as well. And the team as a whole, we've all really come together to really get those points and qualify for zones as a team, and we're all really excited about it. We've all worked super hard, especially Hannah, our walk trot canter rider. She has really gotten us a lot of points throughout the season, and along with Mariah and Laura, they have all shown consistently throughout the season and been like our like steady rocks who like have gotten us all the points that we need to be able to get to the point where we can show as a team and hopefully get to nationals. So seeing Molly show at zones for her first time is super exciting. She's the nicest girl ever. She's really worked hard all season to get here, and she's really quiet, but she's like a real powerhouse on our team. I think everyone just loves her, so seeing her be able to accomplish this is huge, and we're all just super excited to see her succeed. Rachel is showing for the team as well. Rachel's also a very strong rider, so having her in intermediate fences is going to help us a lot along the way to be able to travel to nationals, hopefully. So this week our team shows against 4 other teams. So from there, the top 2 teams, they will move on to nationals and be competing against 15 other teams. So if all goes well this weekend, we'll be able to advance on to nationals and hopefully win there.
So this weekend we're going to zones, and it's basically like our semifinals kind of. We do regionals, then zones, and then we have nationals. Hopefully we'll get there. And so basically our team won the region, so out of all the 11 teams in our region, we had the most points out of all of them. So for team, we did pretty well this season. We got either champion or reserve champion team at almost all of our shows. Only a couple of them we didn't do the best, but for points we did really good. We won the region by 22 points, I think, which is amazing. Usually it's a small margin like 3 or 4, but 22 is absolutely amazing. And so individually, I showed 4 times, and I got second in all of my shows, which is pretty good. And yeah, I got second, so that's 5 points. So I have 20 points individually, and all 20 of those points went to our team points as well. So practices, there's usually 6 of us in each lesson-ish, and our coach is having us ride every day we can if possible, and we're in a lesson every single day. And if we're not in a lesson, we are going to the barn to hack, which is just a free ride. So we try to get to the barn every day so that we're all getting on a horse every single day so that we're fully prepared. It's actually super exciting, especially since we haven't won the region in such a long time, and especially as a freshman coming in and just like being on such a great team immediately and going so far so quickly. And coaches, she's super proud of us. She keeps talking about how amazed she is with us, and I really am too. It's super exciting. I kind of can't believe it, but also we're really good this year, so it's nice.
So last year I went to regionals and zones as a novice over fences rider, and I really had no idea what to expect going to zones and going to Mount Holyoke was going to be like. Like walking in there was just kind of like, whoa, like this is the big leagues. And so I think coming into regionals this year, I was a lot more prepared and like, in just like a better like mental state, and like was a lot more calm about it. Like I remember my sophomore year when I went to regionals, I was so nervous, but this year I feel like I just had a lot more clarity, and that like really helped me out. And like now I know what to expect going into zones, so I feel a lot more prepared. And going back to back is just like honestly like a dream come true. Like I wasn't expecting for this to happen, and it just like everything kind of aligned. We had like a really good season, and this was just like such a great way to not end it quite yet, but to get there a second time. This year I came in with only I think like 7 points on novice on the flat show. So every show I basically showed novice flat, and that's where I got all my points for qualifying for regionals for novice flat. And then I got first place at regionals, which advanced me to zones for novice flat. And then intermediate fences, I had about half a year in intermediate fences my sophomore year, and it was kind of like inconsistent. I was like pretty inconsistent over fences my sophomore year, and then this year it just, I don't know what happened, but like I just like started off really well and really strong, and I kept that going. And then I'm also showing for the team intermediate flat. So since I pointed out of novice fences, or I'm sorry, novice flat, I couldn't show for the team as novice flat, but I'm showing individually for that, but I can show for the team as intermediate flat at zones. My freshman year I think we had like 12 seniors on the team, so there was just like such a big age gap between like seniors and then like the 5 freshmen that were on the team. So I feel like my past 2 years we've really just like cohesively come together, like collectively, like especially this year we've just all gotten more close, and the incoming freshmen, they were all awesome. Like we had a strong walk trot canter rider freshman for Hannah. She's going to zone, so that she helped us out a lot throughout the season. Our walk trot rider Olivia is also a freshman. I mean, I'm just excited to do all the team events because we didn't do that last year. We just had the individual riders go, so I'm really excited just to like go throughout the day and like cheer everyone on throughout the team events and like just see how it all plays out. And I think that's really exciting because we have a really good shot at going to nationals, so just the chance of that is just really exciting.